Morning, my dear students. Today we will discuss about transportation in animals and plants. That is chapter 11, biology. In this chapter, we will learn about transport of substances in plants and transport of substances in animals. In living things, many substances such as food, gases, hormones, and waste products have to be transported from one part of the body to another. And how do we move from one place to another? Through transportation. Transportation has connected the whole world. In a similar way, different systems in the bodies of living organisms are also connected by transportation. Without transport of substances from one organ to another, functioning of the body will be impossible. Let us first discuss the circulation in humans. The circulatory system in humans is composed of three main components, namely heart, blood, and blood vessels. Blood. Blood is a type of tissue which plays a very important role in the circulatory system. Blood is generally red in color. However, it can be blue, green, or colorless in other animals. There are three types of blood cells: red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Red blood cells is also known as RBCs, and white blood cells is also known as WBCs. RBC contain a pigment called hemoglobin, and white blood cells helps in fighting disease, and they make the immune system of the body. Platelets. Platelets prevent excess loss of blood. Blood vessels. Let us discuss blood vessels. Blood vessels are of three types, namely arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries. They carry blood away from the heart to different organs. These arteries, they carry oxygenated blood. And veins, they carry deoxygenated blood. That is, they carry blood from different organs back to the heart. Capillaries. Capillaries are blood vessels that connect the arteries and the veins. The heart. The heart is a small muscular organ which is responsible for pumping the blood. The heart has four chambers, namely the right auricle, the right ventricle, the left auricle, and the left ventricle. The upper chambers are called auricle or atrium, and the lower chambers are called ventricle. Now, let us discuss the flow of blood through the heart. You look at this diagram. Jilaya picture kahin ko hi video chun. Blood is important to the body because it helps to transport oxygen to the cells. The heart pumps blood through the body with the help of veins and arteries. Blood from the lower part of the body enters through the inferior vena cava. Hichilahi inferior vena cava kitiin. You look at the arrow. Chilahi inferior vena cava kitiin. From blood from the lower part of the body enters through this inferior vena cava, and the upper part, there is superior vena cava. Upper parts enters through superior vena cava. From the inferior vena cava and superior vena cava, blood enters the right atrium. This is the right atrium. Blood enters the right atrium. The blood then passes through the tricuspid. This is the tricuspid valve and into the right ventricle. This is the right ventricle. The right ventricle contracts and sends the blood through the pulmonary veins. This is the pulmonary valve and into the pulmonary arteries. These arteries leads to the lungs. Into the lungs, carbon dioxide is exchanged for oxygen, and the blood returns to the left side of the heart by the pulmonary vein. It enters the right atrium and passes the bicuspid valve and enters the left ventricle. When the left ventricle contracts, the blood is pushed through the aortic valve and into the aorta, which is the largest blood vessels in the body. The blood travels throughout the body and this cycle repeats itself. Next, transportation in plants. In plants, transport of food, water, and minerals takes place through special tissues called vascular tissues. It is of two types, xylem and phloem. The xylem tissue transport water to all parts of the plant, and the phloem tissue transport the food to all parts of the plant. Food is prepared in the leaves. Transpiration. Transpiration is the process by which plants give out water through the stomata in the leaves. With this, we have finished the chapter. I hope you all are clear with the explanation. Here I have some questions. You write it down in your notebook. Which organ in the human body is responsible for pumping of blood? Which is the main excretory organs in humans? Name the components of blood. Describe the function of the heart. Describe the function of the heart. You write it down in your notebook. Describe the functions of the heart. Question number 4. Question number 5. Transport of water and minerals into plants. Transport of water and minerals in plants happens through which tissue? Question number 6. What makes the blood look red? And question number 7. Transport of food in plants happens through which tissue? I will dictate the answer and you write it down in your notebook. Which organs in the human body is responsible for pumping of blood? The answer is heart. Which is the main excretory organ in humans? The answer is kidney. Name the components of blood. You do it by yourself. 3 and 4, you do it by yourself. 3 and 4, you do it by yourself. And 5. Transport of water and minerals in plants happens through which tissue? The answer is xylem. And question number 6, you do it by yourself. And question number 7, transport of food in plants happens through which tissue? Phloem. Thank you.